y'all doing tonight? So, we're going to do something a little different tonight because I feel like we should do some different stuff. I feel like we do the same stuff too much. Alright. So, I know I've shown this before where you can use two mesh on top of each other. However, Peggy with Sweet Tea Makery, she did one with a 21-inch with a 10-inch on top. And I thought, oh, let's do that. Because, there we go. Alright. I want to make sure I can see what y'all are saying. Because it's different, right? So it's going to look a lot different than she did because our colors are kind of contrasting. But that's what I want. So I want our colors to be contrasting. Yep, I'm feeling fine. I am. My mom's not feeling so hot, but I'm doing good. How are y'all doing? So we're going to open up our tie. Oh, and today we have 13-inch ribbons. Hi! Because we're going to just do Poof. So when we're just doing Poof, I like my ribbons to be a little bit longer because they tend to get kind of buried in there. Second thing, if you're going to make something like this, I would definitely at least use the tinsel ties instead of using pipe cleaners because these are a lot stronger. So you can get them, see, like this. Okay, so this is called Deco Rope. They have it at Sims Pottery. They have it at Craft Outlet. And so you can use this instead of using the pipe cleaners. It's a lot sturdier and it will hold something like this a lot better. So just a little tidbit. Alright, so let's get some zippy ties out. Oh, here is our sign in honor of Owl. It says Happy Halloween. Ha ha ha. I thought that was funny. Okay. So we have just a plain basic deco mesh. Look, see, you can see right through it. See that? You can see my hand right through it. This is a very thin mesh. And then we're going to cover it with a very thick mesh. So I have it on my mesh roller, and I want this to be pretty much in the middle because what it's going to do, yeah, see, I'm making an owl tonight. What it's going to do, it's going to go on top of this. So we're just going to take, and we're going to keep both of them together, and we're going to act like it's one mesh. See, there's the person that I was just talking about. We're going to take it as one mesh. We're going to do just like we normally do. I'm going to take it to the base. I'm going to take our zip tie. And we're going to tie it down. We're not going to use that tie until we come back around. I'll trim this off a little bit because I don't need all this mess. It's a little bit harder because there are two. Alright, so I did not watch Peggy do it, but I saw the outcome. So you'll have to go see how she did it because I don't know if I'm doing it exactly the same or not. But she has a YouTube channel. It's just Sweet Tea Makery. Alright, so we just take it as one piece and go our normal 1, 2, 3. And it's going to kind of give it like almost like a double look. Can you see? How it kind of gives that a little bit of a different look, like especially where the black is. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Gotta love that basic mesh. It likes to stick to itself. Oh! Yes. Well, I like Corel Draw better, but I do use Inkscape some. Okay. One, two, three. Yeah, I was showing them in our Bow Wednesday tonight, some of the stuff I just did. Y'all, I'm having so much fun designing stuff. It's fun. Okay. There we go. So 1, 2, 3. Yep, I'm going to tell you, this mesh roller is very handy if you want to do something like this. Absolutely. Because the trick is to keep this 10-inch mesh pretty much in the middle. So when I'm getting ready to put it on, I'm going to kind of make sure it's still in the middle. And then I want to use just one, like it's one piece. So you can do this with 2 10-inch mesh as well. And we'll do that coming up soon so I can show you. Hold on, what's caught? That's caught. It gets caught on itself. Oh good, I'm glad it's cheering you up. There we go. So, 1, 2, 3. It is a little bit harder because you are pulling 2. But just remember, I got this 10-inch mesh at Sim's Pottery when I was there last. It's this one. It's kind of sticking to itself on the edge. There we go. So when they combine, sometimes when they combine the deco mesh and the jute mesh, it gets kind of stuck on the edges. So that's what it is. Yes, it is for my sublimation printer. But I will tell you this, if you're using it because you got an Epson printer, try Affinity. It's a lot, it does cost a little bit, but I think it's a lot easier to use than the Inkscape. See, great idea she had, huh? Okay. Yeah. And that swag did sell out, so I did put up an interim, well, I put up a Halloween wreath kit, and y'all, it's with an evergreen wreath base. I thought it'd be fun to do something different, something we probably haven't done a whole lot of. Okay, so now we're going to go, look how cool that looks. Now we're going to go up top. So we want to open these. Yeah, 3 rolls probably would work it. But you could, because you can use this one down here. And you can use this one up here. So I never put one up here because I have a tendency to pull up and I'll pull it right off of the thing. So yeah. Because that's what I do. Alright. So we're going to take this mesh. We're going to pull it up top. And we're going to tie it down with our zip tie. There we go. Might help if I had it in the right direction. There we go. See, I don't. I have to flip it over. Okay, there we go. There we go. Hey, Mama. Okay. So this is also the way you could use some of your less expensive mesh, right? Without having to do the ruffles all the time. All right, so 1, 2, 3. So remember, we skipped that first one. We go to the next one. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to slow down, don't I? Let me try to go a little slower. I know, and I go really fast through Poofs. So, make sure you're keeping these ends tucked in. So what I like to do is kind of make like a little, I don't know, little shape, C shape with my hand and run it across that way. That way I can keep those ends tucked in. Okay. What's great about this method is that you can use an inexpensive mesh with the more expensive mesh, but it still looks like it's more expensive because you're putting the more expensive mesh on top, so it's giving that look, and you're not really paying that much attention to the inexpensive mesh on the bottom. Just kind of gives you a little added benefit. Plus, it's different and cute. Yeah, I can't remember what season she did hers with. What did you do, Peggy? I can't remember. It was really cute. Okay. Y'all, look how full that is. This would also be a great way. So let's say that you really needed a couple of specific colors and you didn't have one of them in a smaller size. So you could use the bigger size in the color you need with the smaller size on top of it. Strawberry wreath for summer. Okay. So see, there are lots of potentials with this. Okay. So we're almost back to where we started. Woo, this is nice and full. Okay. Oh, I want to come visit you in the Bahamas. All right. So now we're back where we started. See, this is where we brought our mesh up, right here. So we're just gonna end it up right there. All right, so then when we tie it down, you can't tell that we pulled from the bottom and went to the top. I know, I can't help it. I try not to go so fast, but it's just not what I can do. All right. Let me fix this one a little bit. There we go. All right, so now we'll pull it out. Okay. Trim it off. Oh, and the new kit, it has a cute Frankenstein ribbon I'm obsessed with. It's so cute. All right, so fluff that back up. So I take this excess, I run it underneath. Holy cow, this thing is full. Okay. So tie it off, snip the edge, and we get rid of all this excess. So we don't need that. All right. We got the basic part done. Look how full that is. Did that look cool? That's cool. That's cool. I love it. So I actually did longer ribbons this time because I wanted to make sure I could see them inside this frame. So we have, and I probably should have pulled out that green one. What did I do with that green one I have? Here. Alright, so we're going to kind of do the orange and the purple. So we have just a plain orange. So this is another way, right? This is a 50-yard roll. So see here, 50-yard roll. This one is not a 50-yard roll, but you can get them in 50-yard rolls. And then we put in our little specialty ribbon. So this is our specialty ribbon, our little spider. So this would be our more expensive ribbon, right? So you can still get that really high-end look and still get the color matches and everything you need, but just use ribbon. So more sensible ribbon for the large ones, and then the specialty ribbon, you make the small one. Alright, so we'll just put our ribbon in. Spread it out. So see, we have the larger, so 13-inch ribbon. You see why we have that? Because when we're doing something like these poofs, it's going to get buried in there if you don't make it a little bit larger. Yep, it's a 21-inch mesh with a 10-inch mesh layered on top. You see, like this? And then we did the poofs as one piece. So we just put it all together, did it as one piece. Okay. Alright, so we put our ribbons in, stretch them out. See, this is when you want to use the larger. What did I do with that ribbon? There it is. Ha ha ha. Yep. Exactly. You don't even need a bow or anything because it's going to be nice and full and big. We are going to make a bow though, and I'm going to show y'all some fun stuff to put in the bow. Hola. Okay. So we're still doing our little curl over. I love the colors too. So what we're really concentrating on in here is we're concentrating on the orange, the purple, and the black. So that's kind of the colors that we're picking up. See that? Yes, that is correct, Irene. So the people who didn't get to get the last Halloween kit, I made the new kit with the same sign. Yes. The ribbons are just a tiny bit different, not really a lot, just a little bit. But it had the Frankenstein in it, so it worked perfectly. Yes, so the ribbons are cut at 13 inches instead of my usual 12 because it is the poof method and nothing else. So absolutely correct. That's exactly right. Yep, so when I am working on something, I generally like to go about 2 inches above whatever I'm working on. So these are poofs. These poofs are probably around 10 or 11 inches. So I'm going to go to the 13. So they're 13 inches. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this is also from a 50-yard roll. See that? So we only have one ribbon in here that is a more expensive one. Yeah, it is. But you're going to be really surprised at how cool it is to put the mesh on that. Yep. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to do the evergreen base, I promise. And you're going to look at evergreen bases differently. Because when Christmas comes around, oh yay, I'm so glad. When Christmas comes around, what you want to do is when they put those suckers on sale, you want to go stock up. I mean, like, seriously, stock up. Because they'll be super inexpensive. They'll be like $2.50. Especially at Walmart. And then you can use them all year round. You can put mesh in them. You can put florals in them. Yeah, you can also get 50-yard rolls there at Craft Outlet. If you don't have a sales tax license, then that's where I would go. Trendy Tree has 50-yard rolls, and so does Deco Exchange. So any of those would be good. Okay, so we got all of the ribbon on. So you see how it was necessary to have the ribbon a little bit larger. All right, so now we're going to do the top. Okay. Oh, that's scary. Let me make this just a little bit bigger. Okay. My baby's sacked out back there. Okay. Up top, we are going to crisscross the ribbons. So I like to do the big ones this way and the smaller ones this way. If you have 2 big ones, then just do both. Thank you, Sophia and Charlie. Sophia, can you email me your address? I have something I want to send Charlie. Okay. So just remember, the more of the like 50-yard roll ribbon you can use, the less money you have in it, and the more money you can get out of it. They are, one eye is still a problem, but I'm hanging in there. I've got to go back and see my eye doctor again. So it's still bugging me. It is, right? It's huge. See, and it's necessary to make those ribbons big so we can see them. Otherwise, they get kind of buried down in the bottom. Is he jumping up and down? That's awesome. Okay. So this is cool. My boys are going to an old-fashioned arcade this weekend. I, of course, grew up in arcades when I was a teenager because that's where we went. That's where there was to go. You went to the arcade. So my husband is so excited. He's so excited he's going to take them. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yes, we are going to put some embellishments on it. Wait till you see what I got. Oh, and I'm going to tell you a little surprise. If you got the Christmas swag, the supplies are on the way, and you're going to be getting a head and legs of the elf that matches everything. It is going to be so cute. It's going to match the sign. It's going to match all the mesh. I'm so excited. Yeah, he won't want to leave the arcade, right? It's just so funny. All right. So let's do the bow. Oh, that sounds so pretty. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like this weekend, but it's because it's the summer. In the summer, it gets so stinking hot here that it rains almost every stinking day. All right. Let's look at all of our fun stuff. I don't think we need our leaves. All right. Now, how many of you have this, you know, the deco tubing? Isn't that pretty? I'm just like, I love it. I hardly ever get my tubing out. I don't know why. I just don't. So we're going to use a little bit of our deco ribbon. So deco ribbon really helps to fluff up your bows, okay? So it's much thicker, it's stiffer. So if you ever got some of this, you don't know what to do with it, I'm about to show you what to do with it. Alright, so we're going to go to about the 6. We're just going to do a couple loops. It does tend to be very curly. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is just going to be essentially the back. Okay? And it's supposed to do all this little curly stuff. So that's why it's going to help you, okay? So, right there. So this is actually 2.5 inch deco ribbon. However, you can get it in 4 inches, and it's not very expensive. It makes a great thing to put in back of your bows. So what it does is, now look at this, okay? You see how much this is already standing up? So that's what it's going to do to your bow when you get it in there. So that's why this stuff is very handy. Alright, so now we'll start with our ribbon. Okay. I know, I buy the tubing and I never use it too. But tonight we're going to use it. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Whoops, okay. Mevo, behave, so you can see a little better. So you see how this automatically makes just even my tail stand up. So we're going to twist in the center. Alright. Let's toss that guy on the ground. There we go. Okay. So 6 inch twist. You don't really have to twist this because it's the same on both sides. But I find if you're doing it in one of these bow makers, it's a little bit easier to get the zip tie around it if they are twisted. Okay. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So we have 2 loops with the deco mesh. See, look how much it's already making it stand off of the bow maker. We're probably going to do the other one either Thursday or Sunday. I mean, Friday or Sunday. Whoops. Yeah, I meant Friday. Alright. So let's put this in. Don't ever feel like you can't mix your sizes of ribbon. So you don't have to go all 2.5 inch. You can do 2.5, 1.5, and then go back to 2.5. I like to do that a lot. Okay. There's no rules. Okay. So before we put this one in, we're going to start embellishing our bow a little bit. So, what you do is you take your tubing. I'm going to cut off that little piece that wants to curl. And we're going to act like the tubing is ribbon. Okay, we're going to put it right in. Okay. 1 loop on each side. Alright, then we're going to do another loop. Alright. On both sides. It's okay if it curls and stuff. And trim it off. Alright. Now we're going to go to the next ribbon. Oh, I miss sweets. I wish I could have something with sugar. Oh, yes, do that. That'll be my bad day. I'll eat that on my bad day. Okay. Here we go. So now we're going to do 2 with the purple. Okay, 1, 2. We are doing them just a little bit smaller, not a ton smaller, a little, maybe 1/2 inch. S'mores in a waffle cone, that sounds really yummy. Doesn't that sound good? Alright, there we go. So I like to hold just my finger right in the center while I'm kind of moving my ribbons out. I find it makes it a little easier because then I'm not actually moving the ribbon by accident, because it's so easy to do. Alright, now this one is a little spider. He's a little pattern. So we're going to do our little pattern in our hand. Alright, so we just we pinch it, we put it in our hand. So this side is the pretty side. So we just go underneath and pull it, and then we shove it in our hand, right like that. We're not twisting, we're not doing anything. We're just kind of shucking it in there. Okay. This side is the ugly side, so it goes over. Then you stuff it in there. Make sure they match. Trim it off. So just remember, when you have a pattern, you want to kind of do that by hand because you want everything going in the same direction. Alright, now we're going to do one more little bit of this. Okay, so we're going to do again. Okay. Each side. This is going to be a big bow, y'all. Okay. So this is where we're going to kind of pull in the green color that we have. We're going to pull in one extra ribbon. This we're going to finish it off with. Okay? So see, this one has a lot of green in it. So it's going to make it pop for that final little bit. Okay. So look how full this bow is. It is all the way up to the top of the bow maker. So when you're doing bows like this, you want to make sure you have nice long zip ties. So mine are about 12 inches. It just makes it a lot easier. You want to make sure you get it under one side. See how it wants to pop out? You just want to get a little bit tied. It is giant, right? Okay. Pull it out. Alright, I want to get my glue going. Okay. So I'll get... Alright. Sorry, I don't know why it's fighting me. Okay. So what I do is I hold one side and then I pull that zip tie around. So if you do that, then it will not pull your ribbons around with it, because that is not what you want. So we can see all of this stuff in here. Okay, you see how much it's plumping up? It's plumping up because of this deco ribbon we have in the back. Okay, so we're going to put our pipe cleaner in, start to tighten it. Alright, now we're going to pull everything out. So we'll start with the bottom. Okay, and we'll move our way up. Alright, so you want to pull the deco ribbon and then each layer on top of it. You can also pull apart your little tubing so that you can see it and it's not all stuck in one place. So just kind of pull it around so you can see it, because you don't want it to be buried back there, because that's where the fun is, right? The fun's in the different. Alright. And I can pull it real tight. I know Craft Outlet carries it. So the great thing is you don't even have to fluff your deco ribbon. You see that? There's no fluffing it because it's already puffed out, okay? Okay, I think I got this, I believe I got this at Craft Outlet. I'm pretty sure that's where I got the deco ribbon, was Craft Outlet. The tubing I got at Trendy Tree. So that Trendy Tree generally sells this. So this is glitter tubing, and that's who usually sells the glitter tubing. That's awesome. Oh, I love babies. I'm not really ready for my boys to get older, but I am excited about someday being a grandma, because I'll get to see babies again. So we've got a nice big fluffy big bow. Alright, we got all of our ribbons coming down. You know what? It is hard to find ribbon in just like local places. However, you can find a lot of stuff online. So try some of the online places because they have a lot of really great stuff. So the same stuff I'm using, you can find there. Now, let me show you this. One of the things you can do with a wreath like this is you can put a bow right in the center. Alright, so the way you do that if you want to put a bow in the center, I thought this might be fun to do. You just take a few pipe cleaners. You're going to twist them. So Sims does only sell wholesale. Here's the thing. If you want to do your business, if you want to do wreaths as a business, yes, you really need to get... It's July. It is July, but crafters, we have to be way ahead. Epic Gamer. That sounds like my son. That's his favorite expression. Okay. So this is what we do. We take it, we double up. Alright. I know, it's massive, right? And we kind of make like a little, almost like a little spider, right? Like a little cross. Then you take this, you kind of pull back the mesh, and what you're going to do is you're going to tie it on the frame. So let me show you. Let's flip it over. Okay. So we're going to tie it on the frame. So if you've ever watched one of my... Oh, how awesome, Diane! That's awesome! If you've ever watched one of my videos where I did a flower, this is kind of similar. Okay, so what you're doing is you're creating a little base for you to tie the ribbon, to tie the bow. What would I charge for this at a craft fair? Honestly, there's not very much in this. I probably would charge between $85 and $100. It just depends on which craft fair I was at. Yeah, so this is the thing. It's mesh. So this is mostly mesh. So mesh will fold down and spring back up, okay? And because we cut our ribbons a little longer, the ribbons are going to fold over the mesh. All right, here we go. So now we take our ties and we go down to where we made that little base. It's going to need its own zip code. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, and then we tie it in. So remember we had that deco ribbon in the back. All right, so we just strategically put it so that it plumps our bow up and it doesn't get buried down in the wreath. All right, so let's look at this from the back. So you see right there, there's where we tied our bow. So this is how you can make a nice big wreath and tie your bow in the center. Now, here's a little tip for you. If you need to list things in your Etsy, do one, take a picture, no sign. Take another one, picture, put a sign in it. Now you have 2 listings, and you don't have to make as much to fill your shop. So we've been working on Etsy all month in my group. Alright, so I'm going to curl these. Does your sister live in Lexington? Cool. Okay, so we're going to curl these up. You could also leave them hanging down for the drama. I know, that is funny. It does need its own zip code. But look here, okay? There is not a ton of money in this wreath, but because of how large it is and because it's a little different and we added this little extra stuff in the bow, it makes it look way more valuable than it is, right? So this is something, if you were going to go to a craft fair you would put out prominent. Is Etsy causing you ulcers? I'm sorry. Alright, so you would put this out prominent, and people would walk by and they would be like, oh, look at that. Look how pretty that is. And then they're going to want to stop and come in your booth. So you always want to put the eye grabbers out there. Well, don't worry, we'll still be going over it. I figured we'd be going over it all month, so don't worry. All right, now, so look how big this is. So you don't even have to put a sign on it, but what we're gonna do is put our little sign up here at the top, kind of cattywampus, as you would say. And then, so it has a little owl on it, because when I saw it, I thought, I have to have it because that reminds me of owl. Look at these little owls I found. Aren't they so cute? Alright. So let's get the sign in. And then we're going to put these little things in. Alright. I'm going to have to wear the diaper. She cracks me up. I don't see how you could possibly social distance and do a craft fair. I mean, you have to be able to talk to people, and you have to be able to transact money with them, so how... I wish you were going to. Alright, so we're going to get our wire out. We're going to have plenty to laugh at, so just wait till we play some of those games. We're going to be laughing plenty. Alright. Lots of hand sanitizers, yeah. There you go. You could have like a big hand sanitizer sitting at like the edge of your booth. Is it? I think almost everywhere is a hot spot right now. I know. I know. Ours have too. A lot of our craft fairs have canceled. I'm still hoping that the one in December will be on. That's funny, Lynn. Thank you. I will. I'm waiting on the other one, but as soon as I get it, I've got to get rid of a couple things in my room here, and then I'll do a new room tour and show you my flower towers and stuff. Now, you're not going to get more money out of a wreath just by putting the backing on it. So what I do is if I look in the back and it's messy, see, like this one I probably would put something on just because I have my mechanics back here. If I have mechanics back there, I will put like a little placemat or something back there. You can also use felt. Okay. Yeah, I know. I've seen some towns that are kind of starting to close again. Alright. So I like to, if I can, just go in between the rows and tie my two sides of my sign together, because it's a lot less work than having to tie it in 4 places. So, and then you can tie it around the frame, and that will keep it. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you, Dora. Okay, so I just tied around the frame. Tie this other side. I'll pull it out just a little. Okay. And then we'll tie it. Yeah, ours have gone up too. Yeah, I like the felt for the backing too. It's good. I know, she is so funny, isn't she? She will crack you up. Alright. So we got the little happy Halloween up here. Now, I'm going to put these little guys in. Aren't these so cute? I just love these. You know how you always wonder, well, how do you start a wreath? Well, guess what this wreath started from? Yep, it started from these little guys. I saw these and I was like, I had to make an owl sign so that I just punched little holes in it with a hole puncher. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little piece, it's wired, and I'm going to kind of move my stuff around, and I'm going to tie it to the base. There we go. Alright, so there's one. You can see him up here kind of sneaking out. Okay. I want to put one over. I don't know what I just knocked on the floor, but you know, whatever. I put one over here by this owl sign. So whenever you can, wire stuff in, because it's going to do a lot better. Thank you, Mom. Yeah, now I can see what I knocked on the ground because it just came across the TV. That's so funny. Okay, so we got one here, one here. Let's put one over here. Or we could put one, we could even put one in the bow. Let's see. No, I don't like that. Let's put one back here. Like right over here. Okay. Alright. So the great thing about the wire is that it will hold on nice and tight. Yep, that's what I do. So I punch little holes in the felt, and then I use zip ties to tie it onto the frame. Okay, there. So we got him. Kind of pull him out there. Okay. All right. So I love this little stuff here. Has the little ball things on it. I don't want to use the eyeballs because I don't really think they fit in here. So I'll cut the eyeballs out. Okay. Now we're going to put this in the bow. Alright. So just kind of cut some off. Just going to get a little glue on it. And then we'll lift up the ribbon, put it in, and kind of let it. Oh, that's so cute. So cute. Okay. another one off. Let's cut these off. There we go. Alright. Do a little bit of this. Like that. You don't need a ton of glue because it's going to stick to that ribbon pretty well. Alright. I mean, it's Halloween. So Halloween, you want things that are just like flashy and wild and fun. Flashy and wild and fun. That's what it's supposed to be. Oh, awesome. I love the Woodland Ruffle. Woodland Ruffle is an awesome one to start with. Okay, let's put this one in. All right. Look at that. How fun is that? Okay, so look how full the base is. So you can see our deco tubing, our glitter deco tubing. Got our little our little owls. I was gonna say pumpkins. See our little sign up there at the top? Look how full that is. That's cool. Everything's in there good. We always have to make sure. Awesome. So now y'all have something new to try. I got the owls at Carolina Pottery, I believe. Pretty sure I did get them at Carolina Pottery. Oh, I was going to show you this. So you can also get this really fun rope stuff like this, and you can just make little like pieces with it. This is like glitter. I can't even remember what it's called, but you can put it like this, and then you can put it inside your little ties. It looks really cute. You can also kind of pull it across like this, like that. Can you see that? It's really cute. So I just wanted to show you all that because I was in there getting my tubing out and I saw it and I was like, I'm going to show them that. I don't know what I did with my bag for this one. Lord, there is no telling. Y'all, I put these in Ziploc bags because I always lose the bag right after I do it. Here's a bag. Let me put it in here. Okay, there we go. Mama Sue already wants the, we're probably going to be decked for Halloween because she also wants the Mr. Bones swag. So, I guess we're going to have a lot of stuff. Alright, so did y'all have any questions that I missed? I got the owls from Carolina Pottery. I'm pretty sure that's where I got them. See, and they came, I got these little eyeballs that came with this stuff. Or I might have gotten it, it's possible that I got it at Hobby Lobby. I'll probably sell this for maybe $100. Because it'll probably be, no, it's a little heavy, so it'll probably put Mr. Bones near the garage, yeah? Thank you, I'm glad you like them. That's true, never too much for Halloween. I agree. Awesome. Okay, so let's see, what was my total cost? So this was $5. This was $3, so that's $8. The frame was $4. It's 12. Ribbon. So a bow usually costs me about $5. So we'll overestimate and say $10 for the bow, probably $7 for the ribbon, then the sign. I'd say I probably have about, at the very most, I have about $30 to $35 of this. Are you terrible with pricing? I have a video on that, and there's a free price calculator. Go back and find it. It's in my business tip stuff. And my price calculator is the bomb. You can ask my group people. It's good. It helps you figure out the cost of the bow, how much ribbon you use, the whole thing. Yeah. I know, Carolina Pottery, you know it's my favorite place. Oh, you know what? They have new ribbon that's coming out that has like hunting and cowboy and Indian kind of stuff, so you should be watching out for that. Oh, thank you. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys. What's today? Today's Wednesday. Owl, are we up for Friday? Oh, I'm so sorry, Cynthia. Hopefully it's going to get better quickly. Alright, y'all have a wonderful night. I'm going to go show this to Mama. And then I'm going to bed. Alright. Thank you, Lou. Alright, y'all. Y'all have, yes, 9:30. So, we'll come on Friday at 9:30. How's that? Sounds good to me. Alright, good night, y'all. See y'all on Friday. Bye, y'all.